are listening to Popcast with Garima.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of Podcast with Garima. Well, this episode that I've curated just for you is called Paap ko jalakar rakh dunga. Paap. Paap being metaphoric to abstaining conversations around homophobia. Still believing homosexuality is paap. Taunting people, calling sleazy names, making faces, eyeing on them. Why? Because they just want to be themselves? In this episode, we will burn down all these shackles and barriers that my friends have gone through and to tell you to be kind and more accepting. Not just during the Pride month. You know, Pride for me is not just a month, a day, a calendar invite for a rally, or changing my DP to rainbow colors. Pride for me is a wave of love and happiness and freedom that everybody deserves. And now, let's slide into the conversation. Guys, he is the A in awesome and the S in sass. So excited to be talking to Sushant Divgikar, aka the Queen of Queens, Rani Kohinoor. There's strong language in this episode, so listener discretion is advised. Hi Sushant, welcome to Popcast with Garima.
Yay! I'm so happy, Garima. We're finally doing this, and I'm so happy to be in conversation with you. You're such an ally, and I loved the conversations on fabulous content. How could I miss out? I hate having FOMO. This homo hates having FOMO. So I'm always there whenever there's something cool, whenever there's something that I think I'm going to vibe with. I'm always there. So thank you for having me, first of all. Thanks.
Thank you so much for doing this. Sushant, you are a diva, a psychologist, a pageant winner, actor, singer, TV host, reality TV star. Is there something that you cannot do?
I can't drive and I can't be unfaithful.
Loyal, AF.
Yes, honey, I am. Unfortunately, the men around me are not. And
that's the misery of all of our lives.
I kind of attract good guys, but then somehow it doesn't sort of translate into a relationship. But the ones that I'm like dating or in a relationship with are all chutias. Like I'm like a proper chutia magnet. So the men really need to step it up. And I think my gaydar has to be refined and, sort of oiled a little bit so that it sort of tells the difference between someone who's an ass and who's not, a really nice guy. But I don't know, the nice guys sometimes just want to like have conversations, just be friends or take me out for a movie. And I'm just like, तो इसके बाद क्या? Movie तो मैं मेरे माँ के साथ भी जा सकता हूँ ना. What else after that? Guys need to really understand the whole, the funda and the mechanism and the system of dating. When I was dating this one guy, I was also going on a date with another guy because we were dating. We're not in a relationship. So I said, I haven't committed to you and you don't understand the whole idea of dating and a relationship. So I was like, I like to keep my options open unless you put a unless you put a ring on it,
That also made sense. Unless you finger beep, beep, beep.
Oh my God. Please edit this.
Okay, Sushant, this episode that I'm, recording with you, we're doing it, but I do not want it to be a sob story interview or, you giving advices to the LGBT community.
I'm never doing that. First of all, I'm never a sob queen. I'm not a subsidiary queen. And secondly, I'm not even one of those who'll sit and give advices to people. It's your life. You live the way you want to, but don't interfere with other people's life. That's my whole funda. So Don't worry about that.
Yes, and which is why today's conversation is going to be really unfiltered and, unabashed sort of. So tell me, everybody would ask you, how was your journey? You've had a beautiful journey, right? From coming out to becoming the queen, Rani Kohinoor. Tell me the highlights.
Right.
What have made you this energy ball and this, love ball that you are? And wherever you go, you just spread so much positivity. Tell me the highlights of your life that, you think have made you what you are.
I would say that my the support from my parents really gave me that confidence. If they weren't in my life, I don't think I would have been able to be this confident. I don't think I would have been able to be comfortable with this. Imagine all of this, and one person has to embody this fabulosity and this confidence and this energy. Imagine how I contain it.
Yeah.
So just imagine if I had to sustain all of this and push it down and repress it in the back of my head, I would have died. I would have died. People don't believe me when I say I'm 29. And they're like, no, but because the thing is also, I don't blame them because they've been seeing me for so many years now. But yeah, and I have been a part of the entertainment industry since I was 16.
Yeah.
So this is my 14th year in the entertainment industry. My whole journey has been full of ups and downs and, good people, bad people. And through it all, I think through the 14 years, one thing has remained constant, and that is my parents' love for me.
Yeah.
As a child, and not as a gay child or a straight child, as a child.
Yes.
For me, and it's unwavering love. And that is what I think every parent should give to their child. That just gave me so much confidence. I was like, my parents are okay with me being this and being this way. So who the fuck are you? Who are you to tell me anything? Okay, you can have an opinion, but do they make a difference to me? Fuck no.
And I think the ultimate validation that all of us require is of our parents and, the most closest ones, rather than people on social media telling you 10,000 different things. I think the ultimate validation is when your backbone and your support system is there to really support you.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Like there are people who all the time want to pounce on someone, tell people how to behave. You're a boy, you should not wear makeup. You're a girl, you should not wear short hair. You should not work. You have to stop caging and putting people in boxes. इसकी शक्ल देखो, इसके बाल ऐसे पहने, ये मर्द है, ऐसे मर्द होता है. भैया मैं जैसा हूँ, I am managing perfectly. आप अपना देखो.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing also in this season, of the podcast, where we're getting all these people who are talking extremely in an unabashed fashion. And
you have to, na? See, because the thing is, after a point, what happens, na, Garima, is that you start feeling very caged.
Yes.
You have opinions, but you don't want to put those opinions forward because log kya kahenge?
Yeah, Log Kya Kahenge has destroyed more lives than love ever has. And honestly, I think वो 4 लोग किसी के लिए भी matter नहीं करने चाहिए. Let's talk about Rani a little. How was Rani born? Now I know, of course, the story because I've seen you like multiple times. I've spoken to you multiple times. So I know the story, but for the people listening, I want you to answer 2 questions. First, how was Rani born? And second, what's the biggest difference that you see when Rani was first dressed in her avatar and today when, Rani will go out and perform after the lockdown ends, hopefully?
Oh, Rani's performing from home also for people. Rani doesn't stop, babe. Rani just doesn't stop, Thing is that, when first Rani was born, I'll tell you from the beginning. The first time I did drag was in 2015. And my drag debut was a magical debut. It was a dream debut,
Okay.
I got to debut with 4 actors. All 4 of them are so handsome. I was opening the play. It was on stage. It was for Merchant of Venice, William Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, and Vikram Kapadia's rendition of it. So Vikram Kapadia was the director. And I went in and, like this fabulous. I went for the first meeting and all that, with a kaftan and, with like jewelry and those big bangles and, 2 earrings like that. And I had longer hair. And I went there and he was like, my God, who is this? And I was like, well, you wanted a queen. Here she is. I went for my meeting only like that. So he was like, nothing doing. You have to do. There is no audition. You are doing this role. So I was like, Arey, but do you not want a screen test or something? I've never done theater before this. So he said, I don't give a fuck. You are doing this role. And this is the whole sonnet. I had to sing the whole sonnet and perform it with all of them on stage. So I'll tell you the actors. Luke Kenny, Neil Bhupalam, Jim Saab, and Rajiv Siddharth.
Okay.
All 4, all absolutely attractive men and very nice guys. All of them are on stage for the opening scene. I'm going and flirting with Luke Kenny. Then I'm going to Neil Bhupalam. Then I'm going to this one. And they had not really come on TV or in the films.
Okay.
And when I saw them, I was like, my God, they're so good. Yeah, I felt very scared because I had never done theater, you know. So that's the first time I did drag. Then what happened? I enjoyed it. I was like, wow, what a debut, man. You know, nowadays people don't get debuts like this.
Yeah.
But I, of course, Rani to ek hi hai na. There can be several queens, but Rani will always be only one. I always say this. So, you know, then that happened and stuff. And the best part was, I liked it so much. So wherever I was doing, like I was hosting a show or hosting a red carpet or even film festivals and, you know, all of those shows and stuff like that, I started doing it in drag. Then one day, there was this now who is a friend of mine, but he was in the audience. His name is Ishan Sethi. He suggested my name to Keshav Suri, who's the owner of the Lalit Hotel, Lalit Group.
Yeah.
Then Keshav called me from Delhi and he said, listen, I'm doing this show and I want you to come and perform. Do you do drag? So I said, I mean, I have done drag, but I'm not a drag queen. Like I don't perform and all that. In drag, I've done it only once or twice and on tour maybe. So he's like, nothing doing. I want you to come in. So I went to Delhi. I went with my makeup artist and I said, listen, I said all my prayers and I said, listen, I hope this happens. Because that was the time where I had taken a break from TV. When I started singing in both my voices. So I remember I was singing Rolling in the Deep, okay? So I was like, there's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us, they keep me thinking. When I switched the voices, he got like a stroke. He was like, girl, where the fuck is that coming from? Is he lip syncing? I was like, no, this is my voice. And so he was so impressed. Then we sat, then he told me, after that show, it was such a success. And I performed with Violet Chachki, who's one of the best drag queens in the world. And she was also the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. I was so happy with the response of the people. You know, half of Delhi had come to watch us, you know, and the who's who of Delhi. I had such a blast. Then Keshav called me and said, you have to do drag professionally now, so I'm not leaving you. So he, in fact, forced me to become Rani Kohinoor. He conceptualized the whole, idea of Rani. He gave me the name Rani Kohinoor because Kohinoor has got H-E in the name.
Yeah.
H-E Noor. Because she's a queen, but he's still a boy. You know, that whole gender play also in the name. So I really owe my birth as Rani Kohinoor to Keshav. Majorly to Keshav, you know. That's how then, you know, Rani started becoming like the drag ambassador of... Then now I really am the cultural ambassador at so many events. I've really performed in nearly all the countries, you know. From Stockholm to Poland to London to Bangladesh. I've gone everywhere, babe. I've gone everywhere to perform as Rani, which no other queen I think has done. But I wish and hope that more queens look at my journey and just know one thing, that I didn't have it easy. Nobody had it easy. But we are trying to make it a little easier for the ones who come after us. Of course, hamare zamane ke to, I mean, when I'm saying hamare zamane ke, I'm not very old, but I'm saying that the 90s kids had to struggle a little more than what the kids are struggling now.
Yeah, true.
We're breaking the barriers. We're breaking the glass ceilings. We're knocking them off. All this patriarchy, this toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. We are breaking all of those barriers down.
Sushant, more power to you. Seriously, you know I love your work. And guys, if you're not following Sushant yet, go on his Instagram. Just check out on the internet. He's all over. And what a pure-hearted soul. Seriously. You know, even before Popcast happened, I've texted you and I've like fan texted you. So it means a great deal. And now I want to talk to Rani. Like it's a dream. So let's have Rani on the show now. Hi Rani, namaskar.
Namaskar. This is Rani Kohinoor. Sushant has left the building. You had some questions for me, Garima?
I do. What is all this sass? What is all this sass that's dropping from your face?
Sushant just left the building because he had his, I can't even say booty call because Sushant was thrown out of the building by Rani. Rani's in the house now.
Rani is the OG queen. Okay, Rani, why don't you tell me, if Rani ever goes to judge RuPaul's Drag Race, what's the first outfit or the first avatar that she will dress up in?
A sari, darling. Obviously, I have to represent. I will definitely wear a beautiful sari because is it too late now to say sari?
Oh my God. Can I also cue can I also cue my Desi girl, my Desi girl?
Jhumka gira ke mila de. I love this. Alexa, play Desi Girl.
Like this Sochcast? Tune in for more with the Sochcast app from the Google Play Store.
Okay, what's one thing about you, Rani, that people would be surprised to know?
That I'm actually a man.
But I'm so gorgeous that I will.
It would have been epic if I was sitting with my beautiful hair and my makeup and with my twins, and I had to say this, because usually what I do when I'm Rani is that my voice becomes a little namaskar, very like sexy, and then again I become like I give like a spurt of Sushant, so it would have been funny, but yeah, that I'm actually a man.
Yeah. Okay, what does Rani have to say on open relationships?
I'm cool with open relationships, but I'm not cool with people opening their legs to anyone.
Nah.
So keep the legs relatively closed and the relationships can be open.
That's very nice, actually. That's super Rani.
Yeah, I mean, keep it classy, keep it, make sure
be
that
selective.
venereal disease. Yeah, open relationship means it's not like an open door, like a sauchale that anybody comes and pees and goes, So,
Of course.
a little bit we need to be a little health conscious also. I don't allow people to even touch me. I don't know about all these open, but I'm cool with open relationships. I don't have like, oh my God, what is open relationships? People want to do it, it's their lookout. Well, I would not be comfortable with an open relationship. I don't think I can share my man.
True. All hail Queen Majesty Rani.
Thank you.
Sushant, this month there'll be no Pride Parade. There'll be no love on the streets, no rainbow colors going, flying in the air. But I want Rani to sing something for whoever and wherever they're listening this podcast. Maybe a song that, that you like, or what are you hooked on to?
I have a very mixed playlist, Garima. I have a very, very mixed playlist. I listen to everything from Jawani Jaane Man, Haseen Dil Ruba, Mile Do Dil Jama, Nisar Ho Gaya, to Dance Monkey by Tones and I, to Dua Lipa, to Whitney Houston, to Aretha Franklin, to Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, Neha Kakkar. It's very vast. And Usha Uttup. I love Indian, Western, any music. I love even French songs, nowadays French songs. And Spanish song, my God, those singers, first of all, what they say only so sexy. Regardless of the song being nice, but how they speak only, unki boli itni meethi hoti hai. So it's very sexy, like it's like Spanish people. I'm just like, when I had gone to Spain, I used to just like, they used to speak in Spain and say, well, I didn't understand what they were saying. I had to put my Google Translate on, but I used to just look at because it was so hot when they spoke.
Yeah.
So I listen to all sorts of music. I love all sorts of music in all languages. You want me to sing something?
Yeah, why not?
So I would love to sing this one song for you and for everybody, in fact, because everybody is wondering ki kya chal raha hai. Last time when I checked the calendar, it was February. Now suddenly it is June. मैंने कहा ये क्या 3 महीने कहाँ गए यार? So it's like आधा साल खत्म हो गया. तो कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी is what I'm going to sing. It's one of my favorite songs sung by Sunidhi Chauhan.
Yes.
Okay, चलो. नहीं 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 ये बातें हैं पुरानी. ओ कैसी पहेली है ये, कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी. ड्रामा रोका इसको किसने, हाँ ये तो बहता पानी. ओ कैसी पहेली है ये, कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी, ला 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 ला, zoo 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 zoo, पीले इसे इसमें नशा, जिसने पिया वो गम में भी हंसा, पल में हंसाए और पल में रुलाए कहानी, ओ हो कैसी पहेली है ये, कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, okay, I'm sitting with this. Okay, this is my hot water bag. I'm sitting with this on my stomach right now because I was dying of my period cramp. And this just made my day.
Oh, how sweet. How sweet is that? Thanks. Thank you so much.
So thank you. Thank you. I think, Sushant, you've given the perfect start to the Popcast playlist. For those of you who are new to the podcast, Popcast playlist is a custom curated playlist where I introduce you to new music or the songs that I'm jamming to. It's called the Popcast playlist. Don't forget to like, huh? Come back after the playlist as I play Never Have I Ever with Sush and his hilarious catfishing anecdote. Alright, so number one song on the Popcast playlist is a song that I absolutely love. If you can't guess it in the voice, how much I love it. The song's called Touch. It's by Shura and you have to see the video. It's only people kissing in slow motion. Also, the song is the perfect anthem to our indecisive feelings for our exes and the longing to go back. Oh.
There's a love between us still, but something's changing. I don't know why. And all I wanna do is go home with you, but I know I'm out of my mind. I wanna touch you, but I'm too late. I wanna touch you, but this history.
Okay, I didn't want this one to stop, but the second song on the Popcast playlist is called Guncha by Mohit Chauhan. It's from the movie Main Meri Patni Aur Wo. Guys, this song is utter nostalgia and what a beautiful romantic song. FYI, Guncha means a flower bud. Mohit Chauhan, mwah, kudos.
Guncha koi mere naam kar diya, गुंजा कोई मेरे नाम कर दिया, साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया, साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया,
Alright, let's pump up the music back. Number 3 song is called Moana Poto by Shiggy. This is a song that I very recently discovered because we have these house parties here and the French people want to listen to French music. So this is actually French music with guys like a storm of beats, and it'll just, either make you go on a long drive and speed your car, don't do that, or it'll just, you're not sure where the beat will actually take you. It's super exhilarating. you guys. Fourth song on the podcast playlist is called Jind Mahi. No, not the Diljit Dosanjh one, but this one's by Shubham J, an artist that I recently discovered. I don't really know how I stumbled upon him, but brilliant. I'm so glad I did. I also read a lot of YouTube comments where they said that, this is from the Scout PUBG. Now, I have never played PUBG, but if you recognize this song, give him a shout out, Shubham J.
मेरी जिंद माही मेरी तू ही है ना, सुपने ते गल्लां विच तू ही है ना, अद्धी काली रातों में भी तू ही रहना, जिंद माही है। मेरी जिंद माही मेरी तू ही है ना, सुपने ते गल्लां विच तू ही है ना, अद्धी काली रातों में भी तू ही रहना, जिंद माही है। कोई ना यो मिलना मेरे जैसा कोई ना, यादा ना करीब आ और किसी और ना।
And time now for the last song. This one's called Just One Dance by Plum. I love this song simply because of one reason, because I love saxophone. So it has this very playful saxophone chunk in the middle of the song, and overall I think it's a great vibe. So check it out.
I need one dance, got the energy in my end. One more time before I go. I both take it all, don't make in bed. Got the energy in my end, in bed. I won't go, in bed.
Okay, so Shan, this brings us to the end of our conversation. But I won't let you go before we play Never Have I Ever. So I have these quick 5 questions for you. और गीता पे हाथ रख के सच जवाब. एक काम करो, बुद्धा पे हाथ रख के सच जवाब.
I know where we should touch. People should not get offended. Baba, his legs, I'll be touching his feet. I'm touching his feet.
Yeah.
हाँ, रख दिया, चलो.
Okay. First question. Never have I ever pretended to be straight while talking to a hot girl for attention.
Never. Why should I do that? Like, whenever I enter a room anyway, people look at me. So,
never have I ever kissed my best friend.
I have.
Guilty as charged.
I've yes. I have actually kissed one of my best friends when we were drunk.
Not bad.
But we did it because we were drunk. We were not because we had any sexual feelings or anything. But I kiss a lot of my friends. Yeah, I think kissing is very overrated. Of course, if you're putting your tongue in their throat and all that, then it's like next level.
Yeah.
But like kissing and on the lips and all is not a big deal.
Yeah,
we made it a big deal. It's not.
I feel you. I've done. Guilty too. So yeah, that's okay. Never have I ever lied about my age.
I've never lied about my age. I'm 29 now, and next month I'll be 30. Like, I'm my last month of being 20 in my 20s.
Perfect. Raw. Never have I ever been catfished.
No, I haven't been catfished. No, I have been catfished. I have been catfished by this man who used another person's picture and a young guy's picture, and I was about 20. This is about 10 years back, okay? And I went to meet him, and he was some uncle. So I'm looking for this guy, and I've gotten into the subway, and I'm like expecting a foot long, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
So I'm like looking for this handsome guy, and this one uncle is smiling at me. So I thought maybe he watches my show or something on TV. I was a VJ that time. So I smiled back at him like that, how you smile at a fan or something, like thank you, like this. And then I'm like, this can't be. It can't be. So I called up one of my friends. I was like, can you please come and pick me up because I'm in Versova. Babe, he just stood up and came to talk to me, and I'm like, I thought as much. I was suspicious, but please fuck off. Please don't come anywhere close to me. You have given me very pedophile vibes. But he was in his late 40s that time.
And how old were you?
And I was 20. So that is nearly 3 days. I was just about 20. Uske guts dekho. Subway mein jhoot bol raha hai. Now I didn't create a scene because I was on TV and I was very young. So I didn't want to create a scene and then be in the papers for all this rubbish. Just imagine, I was like, uncle, मतलब ठिकाने पे ना आपने मतलब दवाई ववाई ली है कि नहीं आज? चले आए, जवानी याद आ गई इनको. See, now if I have to go on a date with a man who's 45, I don't mind because I'm 30.
Yeah.
So for me now it's okay. But when I'm 19 to go out with someone who's 50 is just like, that's too funny. You know, that was my catfish episode.
Okay,
Is that what a catfishing is? It is what a catfish is.
It
right?
is. Yes, that's what catfishing is. Last question, never have I ever used a sex toy.
Of course, I have used a sex toy. Whichever country I go to in Europe, pick up a sex toy. Why not? Because the men are not pleasuring you. So rather the sex toys do the job, you know.
That's what we're doing, you know. We're actually giving away sex toys in one of our episodes.
So many. Please give me. I have a collection. I have, and I'm really telling you. The last time I went to Stockholm, I got some cock home. I keep saying, when I went to Stockholm, I got a cock home. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Very few men know the art. Very few men know the art of love making, as they call it.
But so, yes, we're doing a clitoris stimulator giveaway, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for it already.
Jealous.
So this was so much fun, Sushant. / Rani, the queen of the queens. Thank you for doing this, and I hope you had fun.
I had a blast, Garima. It was so lovely talking about such pertinent issues that, you know, a lot of people who interview me don't talk about. So I was very happy talking about it. Thank you for doing this, and I had a blast. So thank you.
Hey, if you're still listening and can't get enough of Rani, go check out Pop Shots, where I ask Sushant his stance on the hurtful comments made during the TikTok versus YouTube fiasco, and why Carrie Minati is not a bad guy. See you soon, my loves. Bye.